If you're using a pro Screencast-O-Matic account, you have access to many editing tools. There are only a few that I normally use, but let's look at the whole list. Click Edit, then open the Tools menu. Cut allows you to delete a section of your video. Drag the red line over the section you want to cut, then click OK. This will also delete the audio of that section. The Copy tool lets you copy a section of video. This might be useful for you someday, but I have never found much use for it in my own videos. When you record, you can choose to have a little rectangle of your face talking in the corner of the screen by using your computer's webcam. If you then decide you don't want the webcam image after all, it's never particularly worked out for me, you can hide it later here. You can also hide the cursor that's visible when you move your mouse. Insert lets you add new material to your existing video. This sounds like it would be really useful, but I find that it's really hard to do seamlessly. The main problem is the audio. My voice sounds different on different days, and room ambience and recording levels vary from session to session. So when I try to add something new, it always sounds really obvious that I've inserted something. It's like suddenly there's a whole new person talking. This is why I try to get the audio done first, in one session. As they say, though, your mileage may vary. I have no idea what Narrate does. You can learn about it at the Screencast-O-Matic website if you're curious. Overlay is something I use a lot. Overlaying text is great for showing a web address, for instance. Resize and move the text box as you would in Microsoft Office. The Style button lets you change text and background colors, the font, and so forth. Here is where you determine how long the overlay stays on the screen. You can add an arrow as an overlay in the same way. You can add a blur overlay too, to hide an email address, for instance. You can also add an image, for example, a logo. Replace lets you replace video, which we did a lot of in the last section of this tutorial. Freeze frame probably does something cool, but I don't know what it is. I didn't realize until I saw this in the menu just now that you can speed up or slow down your video. Maybe this would be useful if you needed a video of a specific length. Transition lets you add transitions between sections of your video, much like the transitions you can use between slides in PowerPoint. Finally, let's talk about zoom. This is an extremely useful feature because you often need to show something small which would get lost in a full screen view. For some reason, it isn't in the Tools menu. To use zoom, enter Edit mode, then get to the part of the video where you want the zoom to happen, and click on the playback window. The smaller you make this box, the more you'll zoom in. You can drag the whole box to wherever you want it. Watch the results and keep moving the points on the right until the video on the left is zoomed to your satisfaction. To add this zoom point, click in this little circle. Notice this time. It represents how gradually the zoom will occur. You probably want the change to be gradual, not abrupt. The default time is 1 second, which usually works pretty well. Now click OK, then click OK again. If you want to zoom out again to full screen, move to the point in the video where you want that to happen, click the playback window, and drag the box on the right back to full screen, or just click Reset. Click the little circle to add the edit point, then click OK. Zoom points can be removed by clicking here. I find using zoom to be rather confusing. I sometimes have to try several times to get it right. And as you may have noticed in the earlier tutorials, I sometimes end up with some goofy unintended zooming. Hopefully you'll figure this out. Okay, that's pretty much how I use Screencast-O-Matic to make tutorials. There's a lot more information on the Screencast-O-Matic website. So if this subject interests you, please investigate further. Oh, and as you can see in this video, I did figure out a way to show Screencast-O-Matic while using Screencast-O-Matic to record. You can ponder this mystery if you like. And happy tutorialing to you.